and welcome to Nothing But A Podcast with me, your host, Giles Thomas, here at the On The Rise Media Studios, and we're joined for this very special double episode with none other, of course, 8-time Mr. Olympia, the GOAT, Ronnie Coleman, and Chris, the Real Deal Cormier. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, man, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, he said it. Okay, then. Okay, guys. Now, I want to go right back to the start. So, when was the first time you two even met?
Maybe in Texas. I think I went to a Texas show. What was it, like around maybe 1990 or something like that? I think before you wasn't even pro yet.
90 was my first year ever competing.
Yeah, I met you around that time.
Oh, okay.
On the cow, but I went to Texas for some reason. I forgot, but yeah, we had time. I mean, we went to a restaurant. We was talking, and then we did the nationals. Yeah, I did the USA. Then did the nationals. You went to the nationals.
Yeah, I did USA in 90. No, 91. I did it.
91. You did? Okay, that's right. Yeah, we both did. I took fourth, and you took what?
14th.
So it was 1 to Chris.
I ain't laughing at you, Rob.
I think Ronnie got his own back on you.
So then a few months later, we did the show, the Nationals. That was on the East Coast, I think. And
yeah.
You took fourth. You took fourth. I took seventh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you stopped me from going pro that year because you went to the Nationals. I was like, Ronnie took fourth. I was like, man. I thought I was gonna go for the Universe team. I was like, shit. They was like, well, why don't you go do the alternate in case Ronnie will make it? I said, Ronnie's gonna do that show. I'm not even gonna go take that test. Shit. I was gonna pack it up next year. So, yeah, that was around the time when we first got to know each other. Around that time.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I've always wanted to know, now I've got you both on screen. Now, Chris, you were known for being one of the all-time strongest bodybuilders. Ronnie, you were known for exactly the same. Did you two ever train together?
Yeah, a couple times.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, one time was in Venice, Gold's Gym, and I think one time in Texas.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the one that was kind of like testy was the one in Venice, because then that's when we was going head to head, and that was like I wanted to work out with Ron because I wanted to know what made him tick. You know, like, okay, let me see what type of intensity this guy got. See how hard I need to work. You know.
So what year was that?
So, yeah. So that I don't know. Damn, what year was that? Was that I think that was after the Arnold Classic. I think that was getting ready for the Olympia. I think maybe like after Arnold Classic and we was in the off season getting ready for Olympia.
Yeah.
And that's when it was definitely going to be, going head to head pretty much. And I just wanted to see how strong he was. I want to see how he worked. And man, that was not nice, man. I was in a little shock after that work.
What did you train?
We did shoulders. I remember because we did that up the rack, down the rack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've been doing that workout ever since, though, Ronnie. I've been doing that shit. There's some shit, though. It's like you start out at lightweight, working your way up, and then you start at that heavier weight and you work your way back down, and then back up again. So that was the brunt of it. But then we did a photo shoot, right? We did a photo shoot with was that Chris Lloyd?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Color pictures and shit.
Was that with the boxing gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Iconic shoot.
Hey, if we could have videotaped that one, homeboy, that would have been some legendary shit right there. It was almost like they were capturing a workout that, two heavyweights about to go head to head, and we just going for it without, throwing no. It was crazy. I mean, it was doing like 400 something on the shoulder press. We was doing some back stuff. We doing what else stuff we did, Ronnie?
Man, we did some. I don't even remember all that stuff.
Yeah, man. Seriously, we did some pressing. We was all pressing.
Yeah.
And I was a better puller. No, he was a better puller, and I was a better presser on some stuff. But he was really strong on a lot of back stuff too, for sure.
Can you remember some numbers on the shoulders? And Ronnie, was Chris a good training partner?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Hey man, I was a little brother at that time.
California you was not in Texas.
Yeah. Well, Texas, you got the element of the shock of the shock of the temperature for one.
Yeah.
You're already shell shocked going in there. Then you got to deal with the element of the dirt on the floor. So then you got to see if you're going to live through the leg press, because your feet are slipping up and down on the leg press. I don't know how Ronnie trained on the leg press, because your feet slipping around on it while you pushing, your feet slipping around. So maybe that gave him some extra muscles in his body, because I wasn't used to that. I was like, how y'all training here, man? It's like too hot.
So what did the Gold's Gym Venice lot think of Ronnie when he arrived?
Ronnie was, I just think, he was, at the time, he was the biggest guy in the world. So of course it was going to be, something, different with this guy wherever he went. So, but yeah, man, that was some of my toughest workouts I ever had was around, Ronnie and Dorian and, stuff like that.
Wow.
For sure.
So what was the, so you said that Ronnie was stronger on back, but you were stronger on shoulders. Is that correct?
No, I mean, I did like a 500 some incline, and I was doing a 200 some on the incline press and flat, stuff like that for 8 to 10, 12 reps, something like that sometimes. So, but I know, Ronnie had some monstrous, squats, and also the the rows, bent over rows and all that stuff. So yeah, I had a bad lower back at the time, so I had an L4, L5 damaged from when I was 19 years old. So I was never going to be pulling something, crazy with my back.
So Ronnie, was I'm guessing the first Olympia that you ever did together was in 1994. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, but you were like a year or two ahead, weren't you, in terms of turning pro? But then Ronnie was kind of just slowly making his build up to kind of, it was building momentum as he was going along.
Yeah, so early on, I was out the gates first and fast. I took a sixth in that 94. Even Nasser was seventh in that show. Mm-hmm. And it just, the body started changing, to get a little bit older, a little bit more mature. And then, it was a matter of, a few more years till Ronnie got up, and passed everybody up.
So what year did you guys like yourself, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Navrone, when did you really think that, oh, Ronnie is really, really on the rise now? He's really kind of catching us up and he's going to overtake us.
Well, you see him when he started to change, when, he started to change when he started training with Chad. Yeah, Chad. So, we got to the Olympia. No, we was in Europe before the 97 Olympia, right? He started to come up. Yeah, his body started to change more. And then, but at first, Ronnie was quiet, man. He was quiet at first to me. He was quiet. I was quiet too. But, we're on tour and we start, hanging out, being in the same area more and more. We start hanging out more, but you start seeing a change. The next year got a little bigger. The next year got a little bigger. Then you start working on the posing more, how to, present the body more. Then started develop a swag, Then you start hearing the "yeah, buddy" and the whole "ain't nothing but a peanut" and the whole thing with the all that started to count, happen. But at first he didn't really say much. But I think when he started feeling and getting more massive, and now he's up over 300 pounds, and you know, that was different. But it's not like he wasn't confident. I just think he didn't have much to say. At first.
Chris, do you think, like Dorian, because he was in Texas and he wasn't kind of part of the Californian scene, was there a bit of a mystique around Ronnie, do you think?
Not at first. Not at first. I think that all became when he just started coming to his own. I think then it started to be like, man, this dude's a little different, you know, look a little different, you know. So, but at first it wasn't like that. But then after a while, when he started probably getting a little bit more knowledgeable, getting more, into it, I think that's when you saw the other guy show up.
So then, Ronnie, when you won the 1998 Mr. Olympia, was that when you really started to build your confidence that you could not just win the title, but hold on to it and beat guys like Chris and Kevin and Flex for many years to come?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's when it all started coming together. It ain't too much you can say when you're getting your ass whooped all the time. So, so you just kind of be quiet and
you just don't say much.
You kind of just be quiet and just take your ass whooping and go on about your way.
So when was the first time you beat Chris then and really kind of overtook him? Do you remember?
98.
I need Olympia, yeah.
When I won Olympia.
Oh, wow. You'd never beaten him before that?
Hey, yeah, let the fans know, man. They act like I ain't never beat Ronnie. Man, I beat Ronnie before? Shit.
Yeah, no. You beat me all the way up until then. like everybody else.
Hey, that was fun, though. But you know what, though? At the end of the day, we had a lot of good time on the tour also. Man, we had a lot of laughs on the tour, man. Saw a lot of stuff. On the plane rides, some long plane rides together.
Yeah, we had vacation together. Shoot.
Yeah, vacation.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We was on the Gold Coast for shit.
Like 3 days.
Yeah, man. Had a free pay because we came from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Now, I knew it was nobody. I said it was gonna be between me and Ronnie. I was like, I wouldn't worry about anybody else, no matter what. So I was like, I was checking out. I said Ronnie's good. I was like, okay, I could just cruise now. There's no way I'm taking third. There's no way I'm taking first. So I'm good. I'm right here. But we was in New Zealand for that. I think I got there a day late, so I was already in hot water with the promoter. Then I got there, and then but yeah, I knew I was gonna be, I think I beat Tommy Thorgelson to third, I think.
Yeah.
But that was cool though, man.
So Ronnie, what was it like? What was it like touring with guys like Chris and Kevin back in the '90s? What were some of your favorite moments?
We didn't really. We were on those tours. We didn't really do a whole lot, because you had to stay. You had to try to diet, try to work out, and everything. So everybody was in their own, Like I said, I didn't really start talking to Kevin till in '97 when he started winning all them shows. I'm like, man, what's he doing to win all these shows?
He had so much money in his fanny pack, Kevin. He going around Europe with that much money in his fanny pack. Damn.
But it was mostly our business, because like I said, it was so many shows, so you had to try to stay in shape. You had to try to work out, to stay conditioning, and it was just mostly all business. So we didn't really hang out that much and do that much together. Because we was like, you be in one city one day, and you got to do all this stuff. Like I said, try to work out, try to stay on your diet for the most part, and then you plane the next day. And same thing, Then you're on the plane. You're on the plane again another day. Yeah. So it's no hanging out or nothing,
Yeah, we go to each other's room or something like that in between for whatever reason, or we used to help each other with our pro tan. On put that on our backs. We do the rest by ourselves and have someone do our back, and then that was it. It wasn't like the whole a spray machine and all that stuff. We just slapping it on with some brushes,
Yeah. So what was your what year was your favorite tour that year? Because I know you did it from 96. I saw your first, you two, 96 British Grand Prix. And the last one I saw you both at was at the 2004 at Wembley. So which was your favorite year, your memorable year? What was the best ones for you both? Ronnie?
Well.
Sorry, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Man. The most memorable one I remember is 97.
Oh, 97?
Yeah.
Why?
That was 7 shows in 11 days.
Wow.
Imagine how hectic that was.
Yeah.
We was like I said, it was like...
That's in Russia, too, that year, right?
Russia? Yeah, Russia was the last one.
And Russia was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fun. That was years earlier, where we had all those girls and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy, man. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
Tell us more.
Six. We had a lot of fun we did have fun on some of them, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris. Tell us more. Come on. You can't leave us hanging, guys. Come on.
Oh man, some things will die, some things will die. but yeah, it was cool, man. It was like we went after the show. It's funny, we'll get whizzed in with police cars bringing us into a show, and then to getting our passports and all that stuff. Then I think the promoters was thinking right before the show we was gonna need a bunch of food and stuff, so they had caviar on the damn table for us, and all these fancy meals and stuff. It cost probably a fortune to put that out there. And we sitting there at the table like this, we still got to compete, and we want to put a bunch of stuff in our bodies that's foreign stuff, I just remember him doing that, and we had who was that on the tours? Aaron Baker was on the tour.
Yeah,
he was kind of getting on my nerves. And then there was Paul Dillette, Vince Taylor. We just all just it's going from place to place together. But yeah, I remember Aaron was. I remember Paul was wanting some bananas. Him and Nasser, they was asking for bananas or some shit, and Paul was the lady didn't speak any English, and Paul was trying to show him how to, what a banana was. He's going a banana, and then Aaron breaks into the conversation. Banana, and he started peeling this thing like this, and I was like, look at this. We were dying. We were kicking each other at the table and said, look at Aaron, just coming with the banana. Oh man. And then one time we were walking towards the, in the gym area and the sauna, stuff like that. And we were from America, and people in the sauna just butt ass naked. And we were just looking at each other wow, this dude is butt ass naked. So I was just so that came up at dinner. And it was guys and girls, some gym. I remember, where was it, in Austria? Did you go to Austria?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Austria? So they had co-ed bathrooms in Austria. And I was like, whoa. So I went in the bathroom. I walked by the shower. There's guys and girls in the shower, butt naked. And so I was just I went. Then all of a sudden I had a reason to take my clothes off again. I would take a shower. I just wanted to check out the scene, So I put on my clothes and took them off about 3 different times. Just stayed in the bathroom, looking at all these women come walking around and they're naked. I was just it was a long tour, and I was just okay, I'm just gonna check out the scene right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that happened.
Butt kickers. This workout to another level. Let's go. About to take it to another level. Let's go.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo. Please. No photos. No. G's. No. Please. No photos. Hit the door and the domain just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a way till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on bling and she free.